Hong Kong waters cover an area of 1,600 square kilometers and are home to over 1,000 fish species. This is about 30% of the total fish species that can be found in the South China Sea. We are not simply living in an urbanized modern city, but we are actually living in one big marine aquarium surrounded by hundreds and thousands of valuable marine species. However, are we doing enough to protect our aquarium? Are we just taking our precious marine resources, the fish tank, for granted?
咁其實我覺得兩樣都有嘅。首先講漁業先啦，喺好早即係嗰個 trawling ban 未禁之前咧，其實佢對香港嘅底棲嘅魚類其實對佢嘅破壞都幾多嘅，因為佢哋用拖網嘅時候咧，會破壞咗成個海底下邊個生態啦，同埋會比較有其他捕捉埋其他唔同大細嘅魚嘅咁嘅機會啦，咁樣。咁而家個trawling ban 有咗之後咧，咁啲漁民咧就唔可以喺香港嘅水域範圍咧去拖網啦，咁樣佢哋只可以用其他辦法，譬如圍網啊啲咁樣，可能會有選擇性嘅去捉某些魚咁樣，可能咁樣會對其他魚嘅傷害會比較細啦咁樣。
At present, 4 marine parks and 1 marine reserve have been designated, which include Hoi Ha Wan Marine Park, Yan Chao Tong Marine Park, Sha Chao and Long Ku Chao Marine Park, Tong Ping Chao Marine Park, and Cape d'Aguilar Marine Reserve. All these areas are marine protected areas, but only marine reserve is a real no-take zone where touching of water or all kinds of water activities and extraction of marine resources are prohibited. The current share of it in Hong Kong waters amounts to not even 1%. WWF suggests an expansion in no-take zones to 10% of Hong Kong waters, and it will include all 4 marine parks. In these zones, fishing is completely prohibited to allow fish stocks to recover and reproduction undisturbed. It is proposed to be an economical, environmental, and social friendly way.
大概嘅位置咧，香港嘅會唔會係果洲啊嗰頭啊？哦，咁香港大概捉到嘅魚係咪就係而家船上面嗰度嗰啲啊？珊瑚區喺邊度啊？有隻珊瑚區。係啊，嗰啲同埋再加埋萬宜水庫嗰頭。係啊，萬宜水庫嗰頭冇珊瑚區啦，我哋都喺嗰度冇。哦。係嗰隻珊瑚區就有。哦，珊瑚區咁，如果設立咗珊瑚區，對你哋捕魚有冇好大影響啊？咁又唔會，佢石嗰邊啫嘛，嗰啲唔放夾埋咯。哦。我嗰邊都唔使咯。
In the marine parks, there's some protection, but there's protection from trawling, but there's still quite a lot of fishing activity by licensed fishermen, so they're not no-take.
Okay.
So well, first of all, there was no study done before the no-take areas were put into effect, and so you cannot really judge whether they've had any impact or not. There's been a few sort of surveys, but I haven't, and I know that AFCD have done some reports doing surveys in the marine protected areas, but I have not seen ever any report that shows an increase either in species, diversity, or sizes or numbers as a result of those the marine parks. For the marine reserve at Cape d'Aguilar, there have been some surveys, and I would call them anecdotal. In other words, I haven't seen scientific, like a statistical analysis, let's say. But a number of divers say that they notice more species there and larger individuals than they think before. So there's an indication, in other words, that there has been an increase in.
水質同生態啦，咁就睇到嘅就有咗呢個禁捕區同埋禁止拖網區之後咧，就咧逐步每年咧係有改善嘅，水底嗰個生態嘅環境咧係咧優質咗，係啦。以前咧未有呢個禁捕區啊禁拖網區之前咧，個水底嘅情況咧係有時有啲好熱門嘅拖捕區啦嚇。啲漁船拖捕區咧，個水底咧係亂七八糟，會有呢啲情況㗎。嗰啲船啊一經過一拖完網啊，哇！講真，如果有附近有人潛緊水，一來係危險啦，二來咧就係話佢哋咧採用嗰種手法咧係唔係喺水中間拖網，係拖到落個底嗰度。我哋俗稱叫做刨皮，刨皮即係話咧，所有經過水底咧有冇生命嘅物件咧，都俾佢刮起咗嘅。咁咧就個破壞力咧非常之徹底嘅，咁有咗之後咧，立咗例之後咧，就呢幾年睇到就唔會話突然之間咧係好大嘅明顯改善，但係完全感受到咧慢慢康復之中。
因為marine protected area 分咗兩種啦，一個可能係 marine park 啦，你所知嘅，另外一個其實係叫 marine reserve 啦。咁 marine reserve 係真正嘅 no take zone 啦，即係啲人連去掂下個水啊，或者做任何水上活動都唔俾嘅。其實我覺得反而係 marine reserve 呢度咧，我覺得係需要擴大咯，因為佢佔咗香港嘅面積實在好細咯，一個百分比都唔到咁樣咯。所以我覺得佢係有迫切性要去擴大呢個保護區咯，同埋因為佢而家呢個 marine reserve 咧係好近啲船比較繁忙嘅航道咁樣嘅，咁其實我覺得某程度上可能都會影響到佢嗰個 reserve 嗰個入邊嘅物種咯，所以我覺得嚟擴大啲，咁佢起碼會有一笪地方可以做到buffer zone嘅咁樣，會中間嗰個 core 嗰個 zone 咧會可能會保護到嘅咁樣，我覺得係有迫切性。西貢可能會有比較多啲地方係適合嘅，但係我覺得就唔會係 Port Shelter 入邊，因為其實佢某個程度上會太繁忙啦。係啊，如果你立咗法例之後咧，佢好多商業上嘅嘢會規管咗啊，咁樣變咗你政府立法上你會變咗好多負擔咯，要用好多諮詢或者有好多反對嘅聲音啊咁樣咯。咁你不如identify， 譬如可能喺大鵬灣嘅 Merce Bay 嘅嗰邊嗰一紮附近會更加好啲咯，但係嗰一紮已經係立咗做郊野公園，好似係船灣郊野公園嘅範圍咯。咁因為而家現行嘅法例 MPA 同埋郊野公園嘅法例係好似係即係唔係係 mutually exclusive， 即係唔係適用嘅咁樣嘅，所以要將個郊野公園轉型做係 MPA 其實係有個難度咯，因為 MPA 有個 MPA 條例嘅，反而郊野公園係另外有個郊野公園條例嘅，所以你要將一樣嘢轉去第二樣嘢嘅時候咧，其實好繁複咯，因為你郊野公園入邊可能會住咗某啲居民嘅咁樣嘅，咁你要徵詢嗰啲居民嘅意見，你先可以轉咯咁樣咯，係啊，咁可能會甚至會影響到可能譬如而家好hit 嘅嗰個咩丁屋權啊嗰啲，因為好多全部都係郊野公園範圍之內，如果你轉咗做 protect area 嘅，變咗發展對於佢哋嘅發展咧會更加 strict 咯，係啦，可能會覺得啲居民會損害到佢哋嘅權益嘅時候，咁變咗執法起上嚟會更加麻煩咯。
我個人覺得咧，就我哋一般市民而家都開始咧，透過好多政府嘅發布啊、宣傳啊、漁護署嘅講座啊，係啦，咁好多報章嘅講啦，咁起碼最知道佢哋嚟講咧，比較容易知道邊度係海岸生態保護區，呢個容易啲理解嘅。例如係講緊遠少少去黃石碼頭嘅海下生態保護區啦，橋咀啦、甕乾啦，呢啲喺西澳水域入邊咧，佢哋係容易啲知道嘅。 咁你話禁捕區嗰啲咧，可能係多參與水上活動嘅人士或者漁民咧，佢哋會比較深入啲去了解到嘅咁樣咯。咁都要透過大家咧，不時喺各大嘅電腦網絡嘅平台又好啊，或者係電視啊，係多啲交流啊，分享翻咧，咁啊大家將啲信息交換出去咧，就會多啲人咧去重視呢個問題嘅。
我覺得起碼你要向你身邊嘅大眾去傳達保育呢個重要信息咯。咁喺我哋，尤其是我哋年輕一代，對於保育嘅意識係越嚟越強嘅。但係對於舊嗰一代，而家仲係dominate緊香港嘅人口嘅，佢哋對於保育呢個意識其實並唔係太強咯。係有啲老人家係好重視嘅，但係有我身邊嗰啲咧以我所知嘅啲，甚至我有啲屋企人都覺得唔係好重要嘅咁樣。其實我覺得最重要就係向身邊嘅人去傳達呢個重要性先咯。跟住等公眾有一定嘅認知啦，跟住可以向政府再向政府反映。其實我覺得係而家嘅市民係真係缺少咗一個好大嘅凝聚力咯。對於喺呢個話題上咁樣，所以我覺得要俾政府知道，我哋越嚟越多市民，甚至係大部分市民都係支持呢樣嘢嘅。希望可以令到政府嘅決策上會有所顧慮咯。譬如最近話機場第3條跑道，其實佢哋嗰啲工程，甚至係東涌填海嗰啲工程，其實佢哋都係好近，佢哋想計劃有一個大小交椅嘅海洋公園嘅。但係佢哋個考慮就係因為太近啦，最近得幾百米咁樣，佢哋個工程一定會影響到嘅。但係所以我係希望政府可以喺海洋公園或者之前會考慮到呢啲咯，即係要喺個發展同埋喺個保育上面真係要作出一個平衡咯。
I think first of all, I think we need to reduce the number of fishermen, fishing gears and boats because there's too many. And I think we need more and bigger protected areas which are no-take areas. I mean the subject of your thing, because certainly for eastern waters, which have more reefs and reef type of fish which benefit particularly from no-take areas, they would benefit I think a lot from bigger and real no-take areas. In other words, no fishing at all. So yes, I think they could do things. You have a limited number of fish and shellfish, and how are you going to use them? Well, you could use them all for leisure. You could use them all for commercial. We could do 50-50 or whatever. So this has to be decisions by the society, supported by the government. And I don't have a recommendation on where I think that should be. But there's only a limited amount of natural resources. How are you going to divide it up? I mean, one of the big things I think is a problem is that there's no management at all of leisure fisheries, to my knowledge.
Okay.
And so, just like commercial, they should be managed. So we don't have enough resources here for every single need. And so, the government can make decisions. Is it more important, if you've got limited natural resources, which we have, is it more important that they're used for livelihoods and food and things like that, or is it more important that they're used for leisure? These are decisions that have to be made.